to speak to us in Canberra was extraordinary. It is extremely difficult. I do have two posters still in my office in Canberra in the window for anyone who walks past. One is an 83-year-old woman and one is a 4-year-old girl. It is absolutely abhorrent what occurred on October 7th and what is continuing to occur. Now, I am not a Jewish woman. I am very, very proudly pro-Israel, and I am very proudly pro-Zion. And I stand here today, in fact, wearing my earrings that I purchased in Bethlehem. And I find the anti-Semitism that we are hearing at the moment talking about Israel's right to exist, when in just 10 days we are due to celebrate the birth of a pretty famous Jew in Bethlehem. So I think there is some history that may need to be learnt about how long Israelis have been in this part of the world, and it is their land. When the Me Too movement happened, it wasn't for all women. It was never for conservative women, and it is now all too clear. It is not only not for Jewish women, it is not for Israeli women. These people seem to forget that Israel is actually a very broad state. There are more than Jewish people living in Israel, and they are being subjected to the same sorts of events and torture that is occurring, endorsed by so many supporters of Hamas. And I want to say to you, as a member of the coalition, I am embarrassed by what this federal government has done. Their support for a UN resolution. When you are voting with Iran, with North Korea, with Russia, you are wrong. When you are not standing up for the rights of Israel, our long-term friend and partner, you are wrong. And this government needs to stop speaking out of both sides of its mouth. And the behaviour of the Red Cross, of the UN, is nothing short of shameful. 57 days of silence, 57 days before the UN could acknowledge the rape, the murder and the abduction of Jewish and Israeli women, young girls that were at a music festival, the 4-year-old daughter and the 83-year-old woman whose photos are in the office, in my office in Canberra. 57 days. They stayed silent. And then for the UN chairperson, Georgina Williams in Australia, to call two of my colleagues in Parliament in Victoria to condemn them for coming to a rally and an event like this, well, Georgina, don't bother calling me. You are a disgrace. You are shameful. You should be here supporting all women. It is not up to you to decide that only women that support your left-wing ideology. And I saw today there is an Israeli flag here in the LGBTQ colours. Well, the final thing I want to say is for those Queers for Palestine and all of those groups, you pretend to support women, you pretend to support LGBTQ, but see how you go on the streets of Gaza. We stand with you. We will continue to stand with you. But on a nicer note, happy Hanukkah, and may you all be blessed over this period.